Welcome back, YouTube family, to another pickups video. If it's your first time seeing my YouTube channel, you might know me from TikTok or maybe Reels. This is the series where I just go over everything that I got from the previous month, but it's also a good chance for us to get to know each other. We kind of kick back, we chill, a little bit longer of a format, so if that sounds good to you, keep watching. Since we're in May, obviously I'm gonna go over everything that I got in April. That includes shoes, accessories, clothing. I got an OnDeck update for you, which as y'all know is my creative studio. Then at the very end of the video, for those who want to stick around, a real life update. All right, now starting off with accessories, I have something super affordable for y'all that I just copped, and it's these two pair of shades from Walmart. And honestly, I feel like round glasses fit great on anybody's face, and especially if you're the kind of guy that likes to lose stuff a lot, you probably don't want to invest in an expensive pair of glasses. One is like 20 bucks, the other is like $9, so you can split the difference and you got two pair for 30 bucks that didn't cost you much, but look great in my opinion. And of course, as you know, the links are down below. Next up, I got these new rings from Clocks and Colors, and it's always like a good balance between elegant and rugged, and these are the new ones that I just picked up. And then last but not least, I have my bags from Uniqlo. This first one that I got was from Japan, this navy blue one. As you can see, the tag is like all in Japanese, and I liked it so much that I ended up getting it in multiple colors. They're really inexpensive, easy to wear, and for me, I only like a crossbody bag that is gonna be flat against my body, then I can put under a jacket or make it almost like invisible against a certain shirt, right? So that's why the different tones are there. Black one with a black shirt, tan one with a tan shirt. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like if I can make it inconspicuous and keep my pockets free from bulk, it's a win-win. Now moving on to footwear, I've actually had these for a while, but I just haven't posted them yet. And these are the only loafers in my collection that are color blocked. They're Italian made, they're high quality, and in my opinion, they're perfect for spring and summer. And then there's my Adidas Sambas. These are my second pair of Adidas that I've gotten this year. They're in collaboration with Jason Dill, and I love the clear outsole. This is the one selling point for me. Obviously, you can find this colorway in like the regular gum sole, but this really just stood out to me in a way that made the shoe feel cooler. Cool as in like, it looks cooler, right? Like the gum sole usually is a little warmer. This I wanted to be able to wear with like black or blues and have it all kind of go together a little better, if that makes sense. And last but not least in the footwear section, my Wallaby boots by Clarks. Now I'm not gonna lie, everybody in Japan was wearing these and that definitely influenced me. On top of the fact that these were like super popular in the Bay Area when I was coming up, I just never really hopped on them personally, so I was like, you know what? Let me just try them. I ended up going about a half size down, but I probably should have gone a whole size down because they still feel a little biggish on me, but a quality boot, very comfortable to wear, and with an extra insole, I should be fine. All right, now moving on to clothing. This piece isn't new, but y'all been asking me about it a lot more because I'm guessing my spring summer videos from last year are just kind of resurfacing, and it is my woven textured tanks. Yes, I'm still wearing them. They're still very much in rotation from last year, so I'll link them down below for you so you can check them out. And the same company actually makes lace ones as well. It might be a little too, you know, elegant and feminine for some of y'all, but for me, I'm definitely gonna wear it like under a shirt. I wouldn't wear it by itself. That's a little too far for me. It's a little sheer, but under a shirt, maybe like a nighttime, take my wife out on a date type situation. I feel like it can come across really elegant. Pair of black boots or something, it'll be fire, in my opinion. So if it's your vibe too, I'll link it down below. And then we have this t-shirt from COS. Now this is a great affordable alternative to the Willy Chavaria tee that I showed y'all last video. It's almost the exact same cut. You got that 3/4 sleeve, boxy body, high neck, and you can get like 4 of these for the price of the one. Now fair warning, it is in the women's section. I know a lot of y'all are touchy about that. I personally don't care, but I know some of y'all do, so just thought I'd warn you. And next up, I have these 2 noragis from Akashi Kama in collaboration with my creative studio OnDeck. So we've been working on this for like 2 years. It's the perfect silhouette in my opinion. Very, very lightweight, but also super durable because it's made of ripstop. All the fabrics are made in Osaka. The garment was constructed in California, and it's like a outdoorsy version of the usual Akashi Kama noragi. And the ties on there are 3M cord. The green one has a little bit of stretch to it. It's a beautiful piece. And by the time you're watching this, it actually already came out on Friday. So I'm not sure if any will be in stock, but we did make a lot. So hopefully there are some left. But if there aren't and you do want us to restock, let me know in the comments. And the last thing I want to show y'all in the clothing section are my Levi's vintage 569s. As you can see, they're like a very relaxed fit. I love the color. And if you look at the tag, they are a size 38, but I took them to my tailor, obviously, because they do fit me now. It might have cost me 10 bucks. Tailor was like $15. So we're looking at a $25 pair of jeans that are high quality and are gonna last me a lifetime. And if you wanna get some similar to these, I still was able to link them down below for you because you can find thrifting online as well. A couple of my favorite spots to thrift online. Okay, so now let's talk about these Japan vlogs. Now they are being worked on as we speak. I promise you they're coming, but it's no exact date for them because it's a process. It's probably the most footage that I've ever recorded for anything ever. So much so that I couldn't even upload it to Drive like I usually do. I had to physically take the hard drive that I had all the footage on and ship it to my editor because that was faster than uploading it. You get what I'm saying? It's that much footage. So we're working through it. It should be fun. It should be entertaining and it should be insightful. You're gonna get all the food, all my itinerary, all my fashion, all that stuff, but it's just gonna be worked on. So please be patient, hang tight. They are coming out very soon. Okay, now moving on to the life update for those who stayed around long enough. Maybe the vlog part scared people away. But one thing that I didn't show y'all last video from my pickups is that I actually got my dad a watch. Now this is really special for me personally because I don't really give my dad gifts often. He's also the first person that really got me into watches to begin with. So it had to be a really special gift and something that I wasn't even sure I would share with y'all, to keep it real with you, because it's just something that, you know, was special between he and I. But if it's anywhere I'm gonna share it, it's here. I don't see myself talking about it any other platform. I feel like we have a different connection. So I'm gonna show y'all. So this is a vintage Tissot. I might be pronouncing it wrong. It might be pronounced Tissot or Tissot. I know it's like a French name, but it's a Navigator T12. As you can see, it has the world time on there, and it's a 24-hour watch. So the top half is the first 12 hours of the day, bottom half is the last 12 hours of the day. I've never seen a watch like this before. 43mm diameter. You got 2 recessed crowns on there, stainless steel case. And when you see when I'm winding that top crown, it rotates the world time. So depending on where you are, you set it for that. So it means a lot for my dad because one, he loves watches with a lot of complications on it. Like, it's not my style, but I knew it would be his style. But even more so than that, between you and I, my dad ended up having some heart issues a couple years back. He ended up getting some surgery. Obviously he made it through. He's back on his feet. He's working out at the gym, playing racquetball, doing his hobbies, but he's still not comfortable flying because he's high risk because of COVID. So if he gets sick with a COVID or a flu, it can really put him in danger. So for him, he's still very timid about like hopping on airplanes and going far places. What we ended up doing last weekend, we flew to, and if you might have saw my story, you might have saw my Instagram story, we went to Nashville, Tennessee, because it was only like a 4-hour drive from him. And we were able to go hang out, me, him, and my little brother. My brother flew from Oregon. I came from LA, and my dad drove from Atlanta. But he wanted to make it an easy trip for him because he's comfortable driving. And then I surprised him with the watch, and he was really, really happy about it. So it was just a full circle moment because again, he was the guy that got me into watches. I think it was something that was kind of a way to hopefully inspire him to stretch himself as he's comfortable to travel. Obviously his doctors already cleared him for travel, but it's really a personal thing for him and his own personal like comfortability and all that. And I don't ever want to rush this process, but he's warming up to the idea of traveling more. I think as somebody who's been able to travel the world at a fairly young age, I think I started really traveling internationally when I was like 30, which is really early for my family. I'm not sure about you, but you know, I think just what's the point of like reaching your dreams and having the means to travel? Like y'all see how I move. What's the point of doing it if you can't share it with the people that helped you get to where you are? And he deserves it. My mom deserves it. My grandparents deserve it. So I want to take folks on trips with me and have them be able to experience those things too. And he's the one person that's like, we'll see, you know what I mean? So hopefully that inspires him. It's a really long story about my father's watch, but yeah, it was beautiful to be able to give back to him, to somebody who's been giving to me all my life, you know? Oh, in therapy, I had the craziest breakthrough the other day. So I've learned that I can deal with my emotions better if I say how I feel out loud. Let me break it down to you. Me and my wife was parked downtown LA, okay? It was during the OnDeck shoot for 𝗟𝗘𝗩𝗜𝗦, right? We go to my man's studio, we park right around the corner. This is broad daylight, 9 a.m. We finish the shoot. Maybe took us maybe 2 hours to shoot. We come back down to our car, window was busted out. They didn't even steal nothing, they just busted the window because that's what happens in downtown LA. They bust the window out, obviously very inconvenient, but immediately I went into this mode where I wasn't even conscious and I just kind of shoved all my emotions in. So immediately I'm like, okay, I talked to my brother, hey, can you give Shanae a ride home? I don't want the glass to get on her or whatever, because it's all through the car now. I said, look, I'll drive the car to the house, and immediately I'm going into fix it mode. So while I'm driving home, I'm like looking on my phone, trying to like call all the auto places, all the glass place. Who could fix my car right now? Because for me, I go into solution mode right away without thinking things through. So by the time I get home, of course, I can't get nobody on the phone because it was a Sunday, so nobody was open. I was just trying to fix it, and by the time I talk to my wife, I'm still very worked up, still very upset, and I'm being short with her. So now she's talking to me about it, right? And trying to tap in with me and trying to be like, you know, a regular human that loves me. And I'm like pushing her away without realizing I'm doing it because I'm so mad. I just got so worked up about it, but I'm trying to like be quiet and trying to hold it in. And I was like, I remember from therapy, just learning like just to say shit more, bro. Just say how you feel, admit how you feel. So I just said out loud, I was like, you know what? It really frustrated me that happened and I couldn't control. It was out of my control. Like nothing I could have done to stop that situation besides just like not drive the car downtown. But you don't want to live life in fear, right? You don't want to like not drive. Like what are we doing? So, you know, maybe it's a learning lesson not to park on that exact street or whatever, but either way, she didn't deserve for me to snap at her, right? Or talk to her crazy like I was starting to do. But stopping myself in that moment and being like, you know what? I'm really just mad about this thing. My bad. I apologize. Let me go cool off. And then after saying that, immediately, like my whole mood changed right away. So just saying shit out loud, bro. Just saying how you feel out loud. And again, that's just my thing. Maybe y'all good at that. I'm not, especially like, you know, just as a dude, I stuff stuff in, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's kind of it. Last but not least, I think this is the last part I have to tell y'all. For OnDeck, I just brought a new guy on to run the social media. If you notice, like all of our social media is kind of just quiet, and I really want to have just consistent content. I think more than Discord, y'all also deserve to see a lot of the behind the scenes. Like Discord's still gonna get stuff first. They're still gonna get the closest looks at stuff. They'll still be able to like pick colors and all that type of stuff, but I want to show more BTS in the studio, at the factory, sampling, that type of stuff. And then also just like photo shoots and outfit ideas and all that I don't have to touch, because I really want that social media to like be better than DevanOnDeck and all the stuff that I've built. It's more important than me. It's bigger than me, you know what I mean? So yeah, I brought a new guy on for that. He'll be running all that stuff, so I'm very, very excited about that. And you should see all that stuff do a lot better. And if you want to keep up with all that stuff, the links are down below in the description, as I'm pretty sure you could have guessed. And yeah, that's really all I got for y'all. I know I talked a lot in this video, so if you made it this far, I really appreciate it. Again, I warned y'all in the beginning that this is the part where we get to know each other, so this is what it is, okay? So yeah, I appreciate y'all, as you know, and thank you so much for your time, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.